Good morning, hello again. So we're back on the match fishing on the commercials at the moment. So it's the first pre-season friendly knock-up match. So there's 12, I think it's 12 or 13 of us, maybe 14 of us. And we're fishing on Robin Hood Lake at Little John Lakes, Ollerton in Nottinghamshire. Which if you've seen the previous videos, it's a fantastic fishery, full of fish, heaving. But March the 14th, so it's the day before the end of the river season. So hopefully catch some fish. I mean, I've drew peg 5 on Robin Hood. Peg I've never fished before, but I'm told it's a good area. Yeah, it is a good peg. We're well spread out around the lake. But anyway, I've set up a little method feeder line. So I've got an island chuck just slightly to my left. There's a hole there, but whether they'll go into the shallow water in this cold temperature, I'm not quite sure. I mean, temperature, I'd say cold. It's about 10 or 12 degrees at the moment. It's 9:30. So it's quite mild. We've had quite cold overnight, about 5 degrees overnight, so that may have knocked them back a little bit. But I've had sessions, in winter sessions here, and I've had loads of big fish. But quite often it doesn't happen like that. I've set another line up, a bomb rod. So I've got banded pellet or sweet corn on that rod, and then I've set up 11 metre pole lines at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock to 11 metres, and I'm just going to feed a few grains of corn in each of those and just see if there's anything comes to it. So later on it'll be, hopefully they'll start chewing in the afternoon, and I'll feed micros and fish corn over the top on the pole lines. But we'll see, hopefully have a feed. I think £50 would be a good weight today, it'd be a very good weight. I think I'd probably take that now. The 70s and 80s have been winning the matches, but backup weights have been 30s and 40s. So if you find a few fish, you can catch a few, and then everybody's catching a few fish, but not bagging up at the moment, early March. Anyway, let's hope we catch a few fish. I'll speak to you in a bit. So first cast, it's gone straight away in about a minute. Not big fish, but great to get a bite straight away. Nice little mirror. I'm trying not to go too close to the island. Don't want to be in the total shallow water. Come off it a bit. With 30 minutes in, still just got the one fish. There's a few fish being caught, not prolific, but Greeny reckons that Alan Slack said £25 already. I think he's on peg 25. Can't see him from here. See 1 or 2 fish moving in the swim, so I fed a bit of corn and micros. And just gonna have a quick look on it. I mean, about 20 pieces of corn and 50 micros, that's all I fed on this line. Quick time check. 11 o'clock, 1 hour in. Going back on the feeder. Nothing on the pole line. cast that. Oh, an hour between them. Got my second fish. Need a few. I must be quite a way behind now, Nobby. Fighting hard, this one. In the mirror. Nice fish. Great colour. There's one swam towards me. It's just woke up. Slightly better fish. Better one. I'm starting to feed half a pot of micros as it starts to get a little bit warmer. My whole line. See if we can get their heads down on it. I just want the micros on the mesh feeder line, so let's hope to get feeding on the pole line. Quick time check. 5 to 12, I've got 5 carp, so much better second hour with 4 carp in it. I think I've probably got about £14. That's my best guess anyway. Got something little on here. What have we got on? Roach or something? Roach. Thought you were going to have on them little carp on then. Nice. One's going crazy. I don't think it's a big fish. Unless it's swimming towards me. This one's on corn. Don't feel like it's hooked properly though. I've got it though. You all can't. Yeah, I'm putting it back into the net. Oh, that's one way of catching them. They all count though. Quite often you can get big fish doing this though. They'll come and slurp a bit of paste in, you know. A little bit less suspicious. But it's keeping the paste on in this conditions.
Yeah.
Hey, little beauty this one is. I just swallowed it. We'll have a quick look at this because this is a little beauty. This one is. The mirror's on that one. Mirror scales. Right, so we're 3 hours in. It's 1 o'clock. Halfway through. So we just had the last fish on paste and corn. What have we got now? I've got 8 carp for about £23, I think. And it seems pretty average around the lake. Quite a few anglers caught a similar amount of fish. We've got 6, 7, 8 carp. Slack is probably still ahead. Our dog is catching well on peg. It might be on peg 11. Down the bottom end anyway, the wind blowing in it. Sean ran opposite, he's had quite a few fish. So what I've done with my pace rig, I'm laying on a bit, just to try and help it stay still, trying to anchor it. I've got a back shot, try and sink the line between my pole tip and my float. And I put a piece of corn on the hook, just to give the paste a bit more grip. But that's how I caught that first one on the paste. There we go. I didn't even realise it were hooked. It's woke up now. It's £4 that one. Left it quick enough. Nice comment. I'm going to refeed now. I've just had 4 fish off the line, so I'm going to rest it a bit. Just refeeding. Right, it is 2 o'clock. Got 2 hours left. I've got 9 carp for about £29, I think. And 1 or 2 other people have started catching down the edge. And the margins. So I'm having a go. I've fed next to the next platform with half a pot of dead reds. And a shorter line with the same rig on corn. We'll just see if there's anything there who's interested. But Brian's Cox, I think, is on peg. Where are we? 4, 5, 7, 6, 7, 8. Brian Cox is on 9, Doggy's on 11. And they've both caught 1 or 2 down the edge. Brian's had 2 or 3 lumps in the last hour down there. So it's slow going at the minute. Hopefully it'll pick up in the last 2 hours. Got 4 reds on at the moment, 4 dead reds on a 16. We've got a roach. Nice roach. Not what I was looking for, but very nice. Oh, I'm putting them back, Jacko. Lost it under the platform. Really struggling at the moment. I can tell I've lost my last 3 fish, I think. One right behind the post near the island, snapped me hook off. One went the other way around the reeds, and then there's another post there, went behind that and lost my feeder. And then I've lost the one right at the net, probably about £4 from down the margin. There's 3 roach from down there on maggot, but not any more carp. So in the minute I'm rotating round my method feeder line near the island. This paste, corn and pellet line at about 9 metres. And then a maggot margin line up to the next platform. So I've let this line settle for quite a while now, so I've gone back on it again. Nice fat common. A quick look at him. Let me look at him. A big pot in the margins. Got about half a pot of dead reds. So I've only got a pint of red, so I can only feed one line like this. Half a pot of micros and corn on my baseline. Just had that one fish off it, but then it's gone finicky again. Can't get a proper ride again. I'll refeed it, let it settle. All lines have been like that today. You get 1 or 2 fish and then the fish have gone, or you get little finicky bites. I'm loose feeding a shorter margin line by hand, just in case something big wants to come in and take some corn. And a quick time check. It is 25 to 3. A bit less than an hour and a half to go. 10 carp, 30 odd pounds. Need some more fish. People are catching around the lake, not massively. Brian Cox has been catching some big fish down the margins. He's had 5 or 6. Jacko's had a couple. I've lost that one. So we need some more decent fish in the last hour and a half, I think. Snatched at it and didn't quite take it. A little baby one. Come on, fish. And a couple of beasts. Lots of little indications without actually taking it. Change the hook, reduce my hook size. I've got a wide gauge 16 on at the minute. Hopefully it'll encourage them to slurp it in a bit better. Breeze is getting up. Oh, that one. That was a good bite, missed that one then. I'm getting slow in my old age. Yeah. There's 2 really fast bites. That's 2 puts in. So you can get this one. You get one. Literally, as soon as I got to the bottom, it's absolutely nailed it. Missed them both. Put a smaller bit of paste on there. See if this makes a difference. Yeah. Just that bigger piece of paste is just causing me spikes, I think. It's tearing around. properly, I don't think. Just outside the mouth. Near it. Try that again. Just with a smaller bit of paste. This looked a nice fish. Just some little bits of paste. There's one going up under the pole while I'm playing a fish. Don't look as big now. Tearing around though. Keeps coming to the surface and tearing around. Yeah, it's a nice fish though. Must be close on the biggest of the day. We'll manage to find one anyway. The 4 or 5 maggots on under the next horse platform. Lunged at it. It's not a big fish, unfortunately. Oh, a little small one there. Little fatty. Nice fish. Yeah. So went straight back in and got another one. It was a better fish, this one is. Oh, come off. You won that one. I've lost it now, Jacko. Hey? Four times today. That's the biggest fish I've ever done on all. I've lost it. Just gone 3:30. 14 or 15 carp. Refed my margin line and got one and lost two from down there. That's 15 minutes now. Got virtually no maggots left. Fed the last pot on there, can put in. Jacko's playing one from down the margin. That's a beast. That's a beast, Jacko. Proper fish, that one. That's a proper fish, Jacko, that one. That's a proper fish. So this one is as well. I had to wait for it, it'll go by. Plodding around, this one is. Always a sign of a decent fish. So I've lost 5 fish today, so I'm taking my time with it. Fish on! He's not giving up this one, isn't he? in the end. That was a battle. I think it still lasts. It's a lovely fish, that is. Right, that's it. We'll get packed away. We'll come see who's won. Put these on top.
I've got it.
I got you last year. We'll get you this year as well. Oh, big net of roach there.
Yeah. 51.15.
I'll let that. Right. Quite a nice nerve fish, that. Not bad for March. Lovely, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Cox.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Section 3. Who's that? Kevin Brown. Well done, Kevin.
Thank you.
And still undefeated in an open match this year.
Well, what an awesome knock-up that was. So the 12 of us fished on the Robin Hood Lake, and we had over £500 of fish, which is a great average for March the 14th. But what a superb venue. Robin Hood Lake's in good form, and it certainly produced today. Although you had to work at it, you couldn't get more than 1 or 2 fish off a particular line without it going quiet, or they got really finicky. So if you rotated around your lines, you actually produced a few fish. So on to the section winners then. We've got Mick Archer from peg 1 with £48. I was on peg 5 and had 51.15, so I won my section. Brian Cox had £56 from peg 9, and he won his section. So well done to the section winners. On to the top 3. Pete Lambert was third with £54. Brian Cox had £56 was second, but the winner was a really worthy winner. I've not seen him win before. Absolutely awesome. Dogster won with £88 from peg 11. Not really a fancied peg, but he fished a superb match. He was fishing on paste in that wind for most of the day, and he was catching in his margins to his left, and he caught steadily throughout the match, and it never really had any quiet periods. So absolutely a really awesome performance, and the first one I can remember Dogster winning. So that's one for the memory bank, and we'll leave a nice picture in the highlights package for you, Dogster. Although we didn't get many pictures of the actual weigh-in today, but we'll manage to get a photo of you at the end, so we'll include that. So absolutely awesome. But I really enjoyed the match. It was a bit finicky. You had to ring the changes, get 1 or 2 fish, move on to your next line. So I ended up with 3 or 4 lines open. I was catching on paste and corn in the middle track, catching on maggot to my left. But everybody caught different today. I say Doggy was catching on paste. Brian Cox was catching on corn in his margins. I was catching on maggot in my margins, and paste and corn in the middle. But on the soft pellet, on the micro pellets, on the method feeder, so everything sort of worked, but you couldn't stay on one line and continually get loads of fish. You had to move. The fish just got finicky. But hey, £500 of fish, March the 14th, definitely can't complain. Anyway, I think we're back there in a couple of weeks time for another pre-season friendly, so we're looking forward to that. But hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please click the like and subscribe. Bye for now. Missed them both. Put a smaller bit of paste on there. See if this makes a difference. Yeah.